All right, guys. I deleted my Facebook, Instagram. Well, actually, I didn't delete it. I deleted everyone on it, but the only people that are on my Facebook account are the people that meant a lot to me and that had passed away. So, in order for me to go ahead and kind of gather all the memories. Anyways, my name is Dominique, and I'm a Filipino American. Um, my channel's name, what did I pick? I think it's Between Two Worlds. I thought about how much I am way more of a Filipina at times and way more American at times. I was born in Mindanao. Um, I came here when I was 10. I'm 50 now, so that's about 40 years. I don't believe it. I've only been back to the Philippines for a couple funerals, and recently I just went back in January of this year. And because my husband and my husband, by the way, I'm married. My husband is an American, um, and I wanted to take him there, but I wanted to take him. I didn't want to take him to back to my hometown yet because I've got a ton of family. I mean, that's one of the reasons why we got married at the courthouse. I eloped both times, so I'm probably a rare Filipina because most Filipinas do not do that. I eloped the first time because I was pregnant with my daughter, and with the Catholic background, there you're just didn't feel they make you feel guilty. So I felt unpure to wear a white dress to get married the first time, and then that lasted for about 18 years. I never thought I'd ever got. I never once, because I'm a traditional Filipina, thought that I would actually get divorced, let alone remarry. So, but I have a wonderful, wonderful American husband. He is so good to me. I didn't realize what I was missing. I'd always, I was always joking around with a lot of my American friends when I was living in Southern California, and I'm like, "What are you guys complaining about? I mean, you guys getting divorced? Why?" I, I was trying to save people's marriages because I'm like, "Oh, guys, you guys, you have to." It's 50% with the husband, 50% with the wife. It was just it was a mess. So I never really understood divorce until I moved to Southern California, and I was like, boy, I was in shock. I was like in culture shock because almost 50% of my children's classrooms they were just live. I mean, to be divorced um, was pretty normal, you know. So anyhow, where was I going with the story? Um, I decided to gift myself a YouTube channel because um, a part of me has been wanting to. I've been wanting to help a lot of my family in the Philippines. They keep asking me, Nick, please, please hook us up with your American friends. And I'm like, I know, I'm so busy. I'm sorry, I'm sorry. And then I have a lot of my American friends in like Northern California, in Central California, Central Coast, California, and in Southern California. They're like, Dom, please do me a favor. If you know of any single women, let me know when you decide to go to the Philippines. But life happened, guys. Life happened. My husband and I decided to retire early. He's 55 and I'm 50. So actually, if you ask my husband, I'm retired. If you ask me, I'm semi-retired. I After having my children, I really just didn't start a career I really wanted. I just wanted to pass the time a little bit because we don't have maids in America, guys. It is very expensive. You have to be like uber wealthy to have maids that are lived in. And so, maneuvering through motherhood and work and working with crazy bosses sometimes. Sorry, guys, but some of you guys were crazy, and some of them were really, really good. Okay, great companies, by the way. Um, anyways, I keep blabbering because it's my first video and I don't know what to say. um, I see a lot of videos online, and I figured there are so many videos of men trying to figure out the Filipino women. And I'm like, wow, like they're really working hard at this, guys. I mean, ladies, if the foreigners are coming to the Philippines to look for their to fall in love, I really, honestly, I know there's probably some scandalous people, but they are like that everywhere, right? But honest to goodness, if they are making a serious effort to go there, it's not cheap to try to fly there and a couple of times a year or whatever, or you know, they're making a real effort to go there. They've lost that love and feeling. I always say, I'm like, the best women are the best good women. Sorry, I'm not, and I'm not speaking, I'm only speaking, oh God, I don't want to offend women either. Um, Guys, I think I'm trying to be careful what I say because it's not, I'm not trying to compare, but what it is that here in America, I think most of the women here now and the young community, man, the real housewives of whatever city, those episodes, guys, ever since they started putting those, everybody started watching that, our communities, guys, have um, been torn to shreds. I mean, everybody's acting like the real housewives. I mean, it's so toxic. And it's really hard to find good humans now. And it's all about the user mentality. And our children are watching it, our teenagers are watching it, and they're depressed because they have to be, there's so much vanity and greed and all that. And that's just poison to our communities and to our children and their futures. So I'm blabbing again. Anyways, so the reason why I thought I'd do this channel is because I know I helped out one friend recently, and she had some questions. I couldn't help with everything because I'm not in the Philippines. I'm in Idaho, and I figured I'd do something remotely. I'm taking some time off of work right now. Um, well, because I'm in real estate and mortgage, um, and there's been a lot of turmoil right now, and there's a lot of sellers that might not be ready for this buyer's market, and um, yeah, I'm taking time off, so taking a mental break because I don't want to ever lie to anyone as far as my clients, and for those of you that recognize me, it's Dominique, guys. Some people know me as Nikki, and sometimes in the volleyball world they call me Dom sometimes, and then my family knows me as Nick Nick. And I speak Bisaya, guys, so kabalo ko mag Bisaya pero ang Tagalog nako di kaayo maayo. So kung sa islander mo, so mga island, see, I can't even, it's funny because I could speak it fluently when I'm there. It's so weird. I don't speak to anyone. I don't have a lot of Filipino friends here, so most of my friends here are American. So, anyways, going back. So, yes, I'm married to an American man. We've been together for, I'm so bad with years, guys. We got together in October of 2014. It's now 2025, so about 11 years. 11 years and a couple months. We got married in 2022, and our honeymoon and my very first trip to Europe was in Spain. Guys, Spain. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. And I learned a lot about being a Filipina going to Spain. So if you're a foreigner and you don't know where you take your first date, or you want to get to know a Filipina, sometimes going on a 2 week trip is enough to see whether or not she is, if if she's the one, or maybe, or maybe you just like, okay, she was fun, great, whatever. But where was I going with this? See, I'm blabbering again. So basically, I kind of created this channel to help bridge the gap between Filipino women and American or foreigner men. Um, I know a lot of the province girls are probably like, please take us to America. They're gonna want to do that, guys, because they see the movies, okay? And they don't know how expensive it is here now. It's crazy expensive, especially if you've lived in California, in certain parts of California, like Silicon Valley, Bay Area, and that's where I actually came from. I grew up there. I moved to Northern California as well, like in El Dorado Hills area. Then I moved to Southern California in San Diego. Then I also went to Santa Cruz area over there. So played a lot of beach volleyball. So ladies, Filipino ladies, the American or foreign men, if you play sports and you are super active, they love that. They love that. Please try not to be like a Western girl. They go to the Philippines for that very reason. So if you're trying to be a Western girl, they would have just stayed here. They would have just stayed here, or they would have stayed in UK, they would have stayed in Germany, or they would have stayed in Australia. Okay, and gosh, what was I gonna say? I've seen a lot of videos, and I think the videos are really like, who is it? Chad something. Shoot, I think I remember. Chad Foster. I mean, there's a few of you guys, right? So, Chad Foster Explorers is the thing, and I think, oh God, Jonathan something, I forget his name. Oh my God, excuse me. But all of those, um, uh, what do you call this? YouTubers, I love that they kind of do interviews with different people just to kind of get their boots in the ground, right? Um, but one of my favorite farmers in the Philippines that's doing a YouTube channel is Gayem Ben. Gayem Ben, I think Gayem Ben. He's a Filipino farmer, and I think he's in Mindanao. I don't realize, but I just like literally watch his video and be like, oh, that's how you do. I'm like, it's so easy to grow things there because it's so humid. I mean, we're in Idaho, guys. I have to do so much research and what I can plant here because it's extreme heat that goes over 100, and extreme cold. Well, not extreme cold. I mean, compared to some places in Canada and Europe or whatever, but it still does go. Does it go below zero here? I don't know. So it's like I've only been here for about a year and 20 months. Anyhow, and my other finance guru, real estate people that I love watching is Ashley Pickens. She's like a foreclosure lady. I love her. So Ashley Pickens. I love Melody Wright. She's great. Oh my gosh, she's the truth, guys. She says the truth. And I like the Nobody Special. Hi, Nobody Special. I love Elisa Covington with Transform Real Estate. I love her. Oh my God, her comments are like for real. I mean, she doesn't try to sugarcoat it. I mean, that's why I love her. She's educating people how to do flips. But you guys, just be careful. A lot of these flippers, they recommend using other people's money. Please don't do that. If you can figure out how to do it with your own money, but then, because you'll be more careful. If you use somebody else's money and then you blow it, first of all, you're going to, you blow it. And it's not right. It's not the right thing to do, guys. Okay. So, oh, and I love Orlando Minor. Orlando, hats out to you, my friend, because you make me laugh. And it's like Mortgage 101, guys. Mortgage 101 and Real Estate 101. It's like these honest YouTubers that actually do the right things. And I think Finn Snow over there. He married a province girl, I think, as well. Super sweet girl. And recently, I think that one of the reasons why I did this video is that I think Rob the Maritimer gave me confidence. So, Rob, thank you for giving me the confidence and just hit record here because I've been wanting to do something like this because I wanted to share. I have like so many videos and pictures, guys, because that's what I love to do. I love doing that. But I didn't like, at there was a certain time that I love posting on Facebook because just sharing the happy days, just to actually stay in touch with all of my cousins. But then everybody got weird. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like, and I don't, there's a lot of, if there's no tone and they don't see you in person, they don't really know that you're not trying to show off. You're actually just showing, hey, this is our life here in the US, whatever, and that's not me, like, and if they're looking at it that way, it's that, envy is poison, guys. Hate and envy and comparing yourself is so poison to your soul. You have no idea. And you're never going to be happy, right? The key to happiness is just do you, you know? Hey, if somebody wants to, if some, 68 years old wants to marry a 22-year-old because a 22-year-old has like this old soul, right? And she's never met anyone or whatever, who's to say? And, a lot of, okay, I think this goes back to one of the first times that I got hit on, I think I was 21 or something like that, 20 or 21. I remember this guy at the bank and he was almost 35, 37, maybe almost 40. And I was 20, 21. And I had no idea. He didn't look like he was almost 40. He was fit, and so I thought that, but the Filipino in me is like, man, I can't go out with somebody older because, if I had children, I kind of start doing the math on the age, and that was me back then, you know. Um, anyways, I'm blabbing again. Zach and Danica vlogs. I wanted to say something about that because I love it because I think Zach is like 33 years old and I think Danica is like 25. And so I thought they're super cute, and they're trying to let you know how it is to kind of, see their life there and why Zach moved over there. I mean, that just says something, guys. If somebody's willing to stay there for 6 years and not want to come back to the U.S., what are we doing here in the USA, girls? I mean, the fact that all of these men are going to other countries says something. But hey, I'm not trying to, every girl is different, okay? Every girl is different. But I think materialism has gotten to a point where it became the new norm. And I really think all the reality show, the Kardashian shows, I mean, guys, that's not normal. It's like user mentality is so fake, okay? So, anyhow, I have lots of videos and photos, but I don't know how to upload them on YouTube. I barely knew how to do things on Facebook and Instagram. Well, actually, it was pretty easy. It was kind of user friendly, but I don't know. So I'm still figuring it out. So if you see me and not uploading any video at all for the next couple of days, is because I'm trying to figure it out. But before I forget, I wanted to wish everyone a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and if you don't celebrate it, it's okay. It's just I still want to wish you Merry Christmas anyway. Um, And there's a lot of people. Be kind, because I know in the Philippines, if somebody's alone, I know for a fact they would. A lot of the families would just invite the uh, when they see a loan, as long as they don't look like somebody that would cause them harm, I know they'd invite them to their houses, because that's just how Filipinos are, right? Especially on a one of their most celebrated holidays. My brother's over there, so to my family in the Philippines, Merry Christmas, and hopefully we end up going there in next year, which is in a couple of days. No, but I haven't booked my trip yet. But I had a bad experience when I went there in January, so that could be another video, guys, because that was a eye opener. I did it without my parents' help, so I didn't realize I was in the bubble. And poverty is real, and that's why whenever America or here in the U.S. they talk about poverty and everybody's going through it. I know everybody's going through it right now, right? But if you have not traveled to different countries, and one of the countries is the Philippines, you have no idea. Your poverty uh, um, is 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 not poverty to somebody. So yeah. Anyways, I can't believe I even put makeup on right now, because I never put makeup on anymore. But I figured I need to look nice on this YouTube. um, but yeah, I wanted to share my experiences because um, I didn't realize, Damon and I are very, I just said my husband's name. He is, he's a wonderful human being. And we had, one of the reasons why I got with him, because he didn't like debt, guys. He didn't like to borrow. And that is why that was one of the things I loved about him. Okay. Because I'm here in America and everybody's always blowing up their credit cards, and, and flexing it. But I just didn't want to be in debt. So that was really important to me. And he is a good man. He's such a good man. I don't even realize how spoiled I am. I mean, like, guys, I don't cook, okay? And all my friends are like, Dom, why don't you cook for your man? I'm like, why? I married a man so he can cook for me. So it's funny because all of the women in the Philippines, the Filipino women they're having to customize it. I'm like, yeah, you're gonna have to do that because they don't eat a lot of rice. They don't eat a lot of rice. They don't like sugar. They're very particular about eating, but it's not. It's because they want to stay healthy, right? And these guys are healthy, and that's kind of our American society here. So they have this proactive of taking care of their teeth, taking care of their finances. I mean, so ladies, if you're in the Philippines, I'm sorry about the Filipino men, but you know what? They're bringing business over there, guys. Okay, so I know it's challenging because the foreigners are taking over the Filipino women. And by the way, if you're a foreigner, please don't go in specific areas, okay? Even though it's, I think Dumaguete is safe, I think Davao is safe, but just certain provinces that are really, really far, don't go there by yourself and try to explore. It's not in the U.S. I mean, I think you just don't want to do that in other countries, because you just don't know if it's safe or not, right? And please try not to flex your cars, your money online, or everything, because in the Philippines, you just never know if they see you out in public, and maybe they're desperate or something like that. You just don't know. Okay, so just be careful. That's all. I mean, I'm sure it's pretty safe. I see it. I see like VGC is safe, looks like safe, and Davao, I haven't been back there, so that's my next trip. I'm gonna introduce my American husband, and guys, he's huge. He's like 6'6", so um, it's hard for him to fly because of his extended legs. You know, I didn't think that there was a con um, being that tall, but I guess there is. It's expensive to fly if we want some comfort, you know. So anyhow, gosh. Anyways, comment below if there's any questions that you guys might have about the U.S. I lived all over California. I'm in Idaho now. I don't know too much about Idaho except for that we do have a lot of outdoorsy things here that we haven't tried yet. So we've just been working on the house, and I'm just blabbing away. So, anyways, um, if you're a foreigner, please treat our Filipino women with respect. Um, that's all I could say. Okay, and um, they're depending on who you date, of course, just like anywhere. I mean, if you're gonna end up with a materialistic girl in the Philippines that's become super westernized, because there's some of them out there. I mean, I haven't been back there too much. Because, I guess I didn't see it because where I went, but the province girls are shy, and I see the videos, and I totally get where they're coming from. So if you have any questions about how to maneuver, I know I had even me being here for 40 years, I still had like it was a culture shock going from a Filipino man that was born here in the U.S. to like an American man. You know, like it's different. It's like the but you know what's funny? We don't argue because we don't argue about money. You know, we're you know it's like sometimes I think because he's so big when I flip out as a Filipina and then I'm like maybe I need to stop with my machine gun mouth. So anyways, um, and you know, I do have a lot of video. I have lots of photos of like Spain, and went to Portugal. We also went to, where else did we go? God, I already forgot the country. Oh, we went to Bruges. Oh my God, that is so in Belgium. So by the way, if you want to avoid Venice, go to Bruges. It's like it's so romantic. It's such a romantic town, and it's cheap. It's well, at least you know for an American, right? You know, it's cheaper. You know, um, so Filipinas who want to come to the U.S. just go to Europe. It's like the movies too, but even better, I think, right? And I haven't even seen everything yet, you know. So, anyways, it's now, holy cow, I've talked for about 28 minutes. Okay, so Merry Christmas. Oh, I forgot. Merry Christmas to my family. If you recognize me, say hello. And if you recognize me from the bank, guys, I used to work from all the banks: Wells Fargo, Bank of America, Chase, U.S. Bank, Mission Federal Credit Union, San Diego County Credit Union. By the way, they're all great employers. Loved it. I learned so much. You know, I lent almost everyone money, from the poor to the middle class to the affluent in Rancho Santa Fe. You know what that is? That is where all the ranches are, and that's where they have their houses, and then they race them in Del Mar um, horse track. So I'm blabbering again. Anyways, so yeah, I've got 30 years background in mortgage and in real estate, but I don't want to talk about work, okay? Because this is my time off right now. I want to enjoy. I just want to have fun, okay? So you guys, I really hope you guys have a Merry Christmas, and I keep repeating myself, and have a wonderful, very, very safe New Year. Please be careful with the drinks when you're out in the clubs. If you are, you just don't trust anybody these days. Okay. All right. Until next time, I'm supposed to say a slogan or something like that, right? Or kind of like a, I have no idea what to say, guys. Until the next video, please subscribe.